Flamenco dancers, singers, guitarists, palmeros, percussionists, this is for you all. You know that what makes a palo is a combination of different parameters. The rhythmic cycle or compás, the harmonic context, the type of letra, and the melodies of the cante. So today let's focus on the different harmonic contexts that we find in flamenco, because it's often a bit confusing and it's very, very important to see things clearly, or better said, to hear things clearly. Flamenco music basically uses three different harmonic contexts: major, minor, and the Flamenco Mode. They are the backbone of flamenco music, and perceive them helps us understand so many things. The tercios and the caída del cante, the compás on the guitar, the length of a rueda de escobilla of the dance. You really must be able to perceive them and understand how they work. And we are lucky we have only three, so vámonos, and after this video there will be no more mystery. Almost no more mystery. Hi, this is Guillermo for FlamencoMAPS. Welcome to my channel. Don't worry, I won't talk about boring music theory here. I will continue to guide your ears and help you identify essential things in the music you hear. And the best way to understand flamenco music is to understand what the guitar does. I won't teach you how to play the guitar. I will teach you how to listen to the guitar. So program for today, guided listening tour of the three different harmonic contexts in flamenco. Then sensory exploration of the different soundscapes. And very important, ear training applied to flamenco. In the previous video in this series, I explained what a harmonic context is. If it's not clear, I suggest you start there and then you come back here. Each palo has a harmonic gravity center, like a color palette, which is one of these three different possible contexts: major, minor, or flamenco. Only with these three different colored palettes we cover all the flamenco palos and styles, all of them. So if we only consider the palos from a harmonic point of view, we only have three categories of palos. The palos in major, like the alegría, palos in minor, like la farruca, and the palos in flamenco mode, like la solea. In the process of recognizing a palo, for example, it's very, very important to recognize them instantly. Not thinking or deducting, but knowing it, feeling it. Like when you recognize the color yellow, you don't recognize it because you think, oh, it's not red, it's not blue, it's not green, so maybe it's yellow. No, you just know that it's yellow, right? Same thing happened with sounds. It's not that complicated, but it won't happen by magic. So we have to understand a few things, know what to listen to, and then train our ears. Or better said, train our brain, because our ears, yes, they perceive the sound. But what does the real job is the brain. But in music studies, they call this ear training, not brain training. I also explained in the previous video that the essence of each harmonic context is expressed through a mechanism of harmonic tension and resolution that we call a cadence. Since we have three different harmonic contexts, we have three different cadences, and we'll give them the same names as the harmonic context to make things easy. The major cadence, the minor cadence, and the flamenco cadence. So here we go. Let's listen to them with attention. Don't think, don't analyze, just listen. Try to feel them with your whole body, with all your senses, with your soul, with your whole being. Observe what they set in motion internally. what vibrates in you, what feeling, what emotion emerge. The major cadence. The minor cadence. And the flamenco cadence. You can perceive that they are different, right? They feel different. They move in different ways. They have different musical colors and flavors. And this is the first step, just to perceive that they are different, even if for now we don't know why or how. Once you begin to perceive this cadence, you just realize that they are everywhere. Most of the things we hear are just cadences, sometimes in a very simple form, and sometimes in a more complex and elaborate way, but the raw material is the same. Words are very limited to describe the subtlety and the complexity of emotions created by music and sounds. But still, it can help us to put order in our mind. So even if it's highly subjective, you can try to put words on these different harmonic contexts, the different colors. What words would you use to describe the major? It's often described as happy, sunny, strong, bright. It's very helpful to use reference songs with a very clear mode and a very clear mood to internalize and compare. Happy Birthday to You is very, very major. The minor. We hear things like sad, delicate, nostalgic, dark. In minor, you have Für Elise that is very, very famous. And the flamenco color, it's very easy to identify because it immediately gives this flamenco flavor. So in a way, it's easier to identify thanks to its singularity. It's kind of mysterious, very dark, gloomy, even bloody, scary. Or sometimes people say, just, it sounds Spanish. And you can tell me in the comment which song and music come to your mind. It could be very useful for the community. So be careful here with the shortcuts like the Palos in minor are sad and the Palos in major like the Alegría are happy. It's more subtle than that and we don't want to oversimplify. Let's first look at the flamenco context. It is usually the one that jumps to our ears, the one that seduces us, because it's radically different from what we are used to hear, especially if we are Western listeners. This flamenco harmonic context, or let's call it flamenco mode, is based on the Andalusian cadence that I explained in detail in other videos. I put the links in the description. The full Andalusian cadence has 4 steps that go down, 3, 2, 1. But because the resolution of the tension happens between the step 2 and 1, we can use only this half cadence of 2 chords. 1, 2, 1. That that's enough. Try to associate sensation, emotions, feelings with this flamenco mode, and also try to visualize it with the steps. Try to feel that the distance between the tension and the resolution is very short. You can clearly see it on the guitar, it's just one fret away. You can also sing it melodically and you realize how close from each other are these notes. This short distance makes the attraction very strong between the tension chord and the resolution chord. Opening and the closing. The question, answer. Unstable, stable. There are many palos in flamenco mode. As we said earlier, la soleá, or la siguiría, los tangos, tiento, taranto, many styles of bulería, and many others. The basic major cadence also has two basic chords: tension, resolution, opening, closing, question, answer, unstable, stable. So same thing, try to connect this major color to internal sensations. Here the distance between the tension and the resolution feels much longer, right? And we can see it on the guitar this way, or the other way. But it's not only one step away anymore, it's far away. There are many palos that have the harmonic center in major, like the alegría, or any type of cantinas, romera, mirabra, caracoles, and more. The guajira, o la colombiana, el garrotín, las bulerías de Cádiz, and now listen to the difference between the major cadence and the flamenco cadence. The difference is huge, right? I'm sure you can hear it now. Major, flamenco. And for example, just with the guitar, without cante, this is the only thing that makes the difference between a compás de soleá and a compás de alegría. Just the harmonic context. And the third and last one, the minor cadence, with its tension and resolution. Opening, closing, question, answer, unstable, stable. So this one is a bit similar to the major cadence. In fact, the distance between the tension and the resolution is same in minor and major, but the landing is much softer in minor, right? Compared to the major. Palos in minor. Farruca again. pedalita. There are many burerias in minor, like couplets por burería. Or, and it's not a palo, but el silencio en un baile por alegría, that traditionally starts with something like that. And it creates a lot of contrast in a baile por alegría in major. Now if I play the three different cadences one after the other, it should start to be much, much clearer in your mind. Major, minor, and flamenco. Yes or no? A very simple way to practice this on your own is every time you listen to music, just ask yourself the question, what is the harmonic context? And even if you don't find it at first, if you are not sure, at least you enter into this mindset, and it's essential. In my classes, I see many people who struggle with this identification of the harmonic context. And there is a good reason for that. They are different, yes, but they have things in common, and it can be confusing. So let's compare the basic cadences with basic chords so that we can see what they have in common and their differences. Remember, we can't identify a harmonic context only with one chord. We need at least two chords, a cadence. We'll call them the tension chord and the resolution chord, and we'll give them different colors. Imagine we are in flamenco mode and the tension chord is yellow and the resolution chord is blue. And now we are in major, the tension chord is now red, but the resolution chord is blue. It's the same. And now in minor, the tension chord is also the red chord, but the resolution chord is green. So now you understand why it's confusing, right? The three cadences are not completely different to each other. They have chords in common. The flamenco cadence and the minor cadence, they have nothing in common. Both their tension chord and resolution chord are different, so it should be easy to differentiate. Now the flamenco cadence and the major cadence, they have one chord in common. The resolution chord is the same in both contexts. The difference lies in the tension chord. This one for the flamenco mode, or this one for the major. So if I just play the resolution chord on its own without context, nobody can tell in which harmonic context we are. Are we in major? Are we in flamenco mode? Or it could be other things too. Just one chord alone, not enough. So one interesting thing here, when we play in flamenco mode, we usually use a little touch of the tension chord in the resolution chord. This is the tension, but it's within the resolution chord. And it gives even more the flamenco flavor. I talk about this in one of the lessons about the Andalusian cadence. The major and the minor cadences also have one chord in common. It's the tension chord. It can't be the resolution chord because it's already taken by the flamenco cadence. So it's the other one, the tension chord. In this case, this one that can resolve either in major or in minor. So you see that it's the combination of these two chords, the cadence, that we must identify, because it's what tells you the essence of this cadence. What is the harmonic context? everything makes sense only in a context. As in grammar, a noun is only a noun, but in a sentence, it can be subject or complement. A chord alone has no function. It acquires its function in a cadence, either a tension chord or a resolution chord. So now I'll just play many different cadences in different keys, and you just have to guess if they are in major, in minor, or in flamenco mode. Vámonos. So, flamenco mode. What do you think? It's major. A bit tricky, but flamenco mode, right? And this is minor. Again. Major. And this was major too. One more. Flamenco mode. Were you able to differentiate the cadences? Tell me in the comment how this exercise went. And if it's still a bit blurry, don't worry, okay? It takes time and practice, ear training, brain training. And also let me know if you want more exercises like that. Major, minor, and flamenco mode. These three harmonic contexts are the backbone of flamenco music, flamenco harmony. They generate different sounds, different color, different emotions, different feels. The differences may seem very subtle at first, but they are real. This is why the understanding and perception of the cadences are so fundamental. And I'm sure that since we started this video, now it's much clearer, right? In this video, I help you hear them by comparing them to each other. That's already a lot. But it gets more complicated when you don't have any reference, any point of comparison. When you are just listening to something and you have to guess in which harmonic context it is. That's why you have to practice this. It's very important. And then in other coming lessons, we'll see that all these different harmonic contexts can really mix. The boundaries, the limits are not closed between each other. Everything is linked and we can really move easily from one to the other. And this is what makes the beauty of music. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it helped you, you can help me by liking it, subscribing to the channel, sharing the video. Please also consider supporting my work on Patreon. I leave the link in the description. And as always, also go and visit flamencomaps.com, where I explain my online classes, courses, and my way of teaching flamenco. I see you there. Till then, don't forget, play palmas.